Well, I've got the next rack done. Took me a lot longer than I thought. It's taken me all day to finish preserving the wood with Thompson's water seal, building this up, finding a new method to support it. The first rack I did was a prototype, and it was certainly helpful, but this one is slightly different. It's got a beefier base rails. I'm getting smarter about clamping the footer railing on, laying a solar panel in there, then just sort of capping it with the top rail and letting gravity be my friend and sort of determine the distance between the bottom rail and the top rail. And then once, you know, it's all up there with some panels in it, so my spacing between the rails is good, then I can start bolting it down and clamping it down. But I had to figure out, you know, my methodology for these side supports. I've got a double right here, and on the other end, a single in the middle, which I might double it up just for symmetry. You can see it's only on the one side here. Maybe I'll do another. But I've got marks for where the rails sit on top of the top caps on both ends. I've got some pre-drilled screw holes to help me, you know, in lines like right here, to help me find my mark and put my screw in, and a mark down here so I know where the foot of it goes, all that kind of thing. So this one is done. I think I'm just going to disassemble it and do what I can to start the next one and the final one and see how far I get. I've been working all day. It's probably 5 p.m., 4:30. Sun is starting to get a little bit low, and I'm pretty tired and hungry, but I want to make more progress. So I'm going to disassemble this, basically take it outside, let it sit out there overnight, I guess. Oh, I also have some corner supports. These 45s, can you see those things just resting here? These guys? I just had leftover 2x4, and I decided to use it. So at some point, I will either mount these, so can you see me? Like this, or like this. And I'll have one on each corner, but I need to treat those, put some water seal on them, seal the ends, and but I've got 4 of those. And I'll do that last once it's all reassembled outside. That'll be a final thing. So anyway, that's my rack. I'm gonna start on the next one. All right, what a day. I made some progress. I just disassembled the rack and hauled it all out here. There's rack number 1, the prototype. There's all the wood for rack number 2. I think what I'm gonna do is wake up in the morning, assemble this thing, get some panels into it, get 6 of them connected to my tiny house and inverter situation, and then I will start working on the necessary sidewall components, these type things, supports, angled supports. There's about 6 of those that help, sorry about the motion, that help hold up the solar panels themselves. I'm just going to mimic what I did here. So hopefully I can get this assembled and then start working on the second one, bring it outside and get it assembled and racked. And if not, I've got Monday off. Tomorrow's my birthday. It's going to be a hard working birthday. But I got Monday off if in a pinch. I was planning on doing laundry and some shopping at Home Depot. But if I need to, if I don't get far enough tomorrow, I can just come out here and wire up the panels or do whatever I have to do and use time on Monday. So really productive day. I'm exhausted. The sun just went down. You won't be able to see it directly, but oh wow, it's all washed out, isn't it? The sun just went down over there. It's looking mighty nice out here. Temperature's dropping fast, but after carrying all that wood, I'm sweating, breathing hard, huffing and puffing. I got a pizza ready in the house that I cooked a little while ago. It's cooling off, probably cold now, but I wanted to get all this wood out here and ready to go for the morning. So I'm done, so time to go in and eat. I'll see you in the next segment. It's Sunday, it's my birthday. I'm 51 today. Happy birthday to me. And what am I doing today? I'm gonna build solar rack number 2 and 3. I got all my pieces and parts out here. I'm going to set up the tripod. Wow, that's bright. I'm going to set up I don't know about a tripod. I'll set up something. Maybe, what if I just sit the camera right here? Let's see if this will work. Yeah, that'll probably fly. Yeah, I'm just gonna start building. Well guys, what you can probably tell is I'm just tacking this all together with some pre-drilled holes and deck screws. I'm not using my timber lock lag bolts yet. I want to get all of my uprights done, the rails on, panels in, everything adjusted. You know, I'm on a slope and a camber. Everything's a little wonky out here when reassembling it in the desert, so, or on the land. So I'm just trying to tack it together, get as straight as I possibly can before I go ahead and start driving the bigger bolts through it. So just gonna, that actually came together pretty fast, the start of it. I'm gonna do the next two uprights and then start working on the rails that go across. All right, guys, I got to take a cookie break. I've only had a banana so far. I've gotten this far. I got the bottom rail sort of attached. Now that I have two panels sitting there, I can attach the top rail and know, how far apart they need to be. And once that's done, that's when I basically have to go around with like timber lock screws and really tie the thing together, because right now it's got a lot of screws in it, but it's not, storm worthy. So I'm going to eat a couple cookies, and then looks a little wonky, doesn't it? Looks a little crooked from here, but it's not. At least I took measurements. I don't think it is. But we'll see. Anyway, cookie break. Rolling. Rolling down the river. I think since I have no panel in the middle where that top rail sits on top of the center back rear post, I think that's the first place to drive a good long screw to hold it in place. Then I can just slide each panel inward, drive screws down through the posts. Then theoretically I can take the panels out, go around it with all the timber lock screws, then bring 3 panels back in, and that would be it for this stage of it. Step stool, cookie. All right, making progress. Making progress. Those are temporarily tacked up there. I'm gonna go around, put some more screws in it. I won't do film that, but then I'll kind of give you a tour of some of the features. And then I'm gonna start on number 2. Well, that one so far is coming together so much easier than the first or the second one. That took me about 1/3 of the time as number 2. I guess I'm getting my method down. Anyway, let's hope I didn't just jinx myself. Let's keep going. Okay, I know you can't see me at all, but panels, now that the panels are laying there, now I just put the top cap on, create a gap of about 1/8 of an inch for play and so things can slide, and then screw down the top rail, and I'm 90% done. All right, that's how you assemble one of these guys. Even though I've only got 2 panels in it, the only thing left to do is go around with some more of those timber lock screws. Use about 15 of them in there. All right, boys and girls, I put in this new support beam and then this thing going across. And the reason this one looks different from the other 2 is because the thickness, the depth of my rail right here is thinner. So I need a thinner material, and I just so happen to have these old deck boards that are exact thickness, and it was the exact length. I didn't have to cut it. So I just beefed up that one. I did water seal top and bottom because I hadn't done it before. This one is pretty much done and ready to go. This one is done and pretty much ready to go. So now I got to take all these panels here and pick them up and get them in the racks. I'm pretty freaking exhausted though. I'm not sure, get this hat off. Not sure if I want to tackle it tonight. I got about another 30 to 40 minutes of sunlight. Ooh, wind. Or go for it first thing tomorrow morning. That would be the smart move, but you know, I kind of like to see some progress, and I don't really need the panels producing sun right now because my batteries are full. So I could at least disconnect one series of them, 6 of them, and put them in the racks. I guess I'll go ahead and do it. All right, guys, that was an incredible amount of work. But look at that, I got 1, 2, 3 solar racks up and done. Isn't that beautiful? And if you notice, the 6 that I have leaning against the berm are in the shade because the sun is low at sunset and my tiny house is blocking. But yet these guys, because they're up higher and I can angle them towards the west a little bit, are getting some sun. So that's pretty cool. So the idea was to have some facing a little west, 1 facing a little bit east, and then 2 facing, directly south, so that I'm maximizing morning, late afternoon, and midday sun. Anyway, that's what it looks like. I'm exhausted. This is the hardest I've ever worked on my birthday. But happy birthday to me. I gave myself the gift of 3 solar racks. I've got 1 more to build, and there's still more work to be done. It's not like I'm completely done with the project. I've got to anchor them to the ground, but I've got to figure out where I want them. Like, you know, they need to be in a somewhat how do I say it? I need to find the perfect spot for them so that I'm happy and I'm not moving them. Then I can dig a hole and embed something in the ground like concrete or a tire and run some chain or cable or something to them so that the wind can't lift them and move them. But for now, the main carpentry is done. I beefed up the first one, the prototype one, a little bit. I added some additional support and I'm very happy with it. So that's a wrap. I'm gonna call this video done. I'm gonna sit out here and enjoy this gorgeous sunset. I know it's really bright for you guys, but for February 6th, it's got up to 60 degrees today, almost no wind, not a cloud in the sky. Absolutely perfect weather for working hard, so I took advantage of it. And yeah, now I need to shower, eat, and pass out because I'm exhausted. Thanks for watching.